Good evening and welcome to the 2018 Fall ROK-U Finals. Here on commentary, we got Benjamin Tanaka and
Thomas Paul Kapranica.
Ooh, that is quite the middle name you've got there, Tom.
Well, thanks. And
Dad. Scorekeeping, we have Charity Lop. Facing off in this season's finals, we have Daegu Hurricane and Pohang Homigo츠.
Yeah, I think for Hurricane, they're a little bit excited to be in a finals where they don't feel like the bad guy in this league or in any sports league. The team that's on top, doesn't get cheered for. The New York Yankees, the New England Patriots, like that. They have their fair share of naysayers, and that was Hurricane for several seasons. The whistle has been blown. The pull is up.
Oh, coming back in bounds.
Squeaks
Will
in.
Wickham fields it over to Cunha. Centers to McNamara. Looking smooth so far.
That's
Wickham.
Megan Merlene.
Watch for Wickham to throw his big flick hucks. Likes those a lot.
Let's go, Mac!
Some bit of business there for Michael. A little too high for Gwenna. Trusting the receiver. And the Homigo츠 are off, looking to break on point one.
Yeah. It's like, I was going to say they were forcing backhand, but looks like they're just going straight up.
It could be the old ROK-U classic lack of force. Low midi-chlorians.
Tight reference, Tom.
Yeah. Will Wickham asking for help from Gwenna on the D.
Sounded like a...
Gets it.
Ooh.
Songsu unable to bring it down.
Sounded like a partial hand block on that, but didn't look to affect the trajectory.
There goes Michael.
Backhand huck up to McNamara. Oh! Big guy comes down with it.
Michael thinks about the spike before realizing he's several yards short of the end zone.
Oh! Matt Lynn takes care of that spike. 1-0 Hurricane.
Sideline here, we have Jason Gallegos with the hat still on his head. He's hoping it's going to stay that way.
Is he prone to hat lossage?
In hot moments, yes. They always seem to find their way onto the turf. The lovely turf of the Munsu Archery Fields once again hosted the ROK-U Finals for 3 consecutive seasons now.
In beautiful Ulsan, Korea.
Busan. I heard it's the best sun, but I don't know. All their bars close at 8 p.m. So
All their bars
all
closed?
the bars.
That's impressive, if anything.
Looks like we're coming for a new disc. I think that may have something to do with the spike that Michael McNamara holstered and then Matt Lind completed. As we know, though, if you do spike not in the end zone and you do it in earnest, you are rewarded with the disc returned.
Nobody on the sidelines has a disc.
I see Cam with the disc.
Oh, here we go.
Nolan. Sangsu. An excellent stall to looks like 1-0 finals. Congratulations, Hurricane.
Let's go, Hurricane!
Michael yelling at his team, not knowing that the disc was tacoed. That's good captaining.
Nice reception.
Always a smaller crowd at the fall season finals. There's a bit of a chill in the air. But there actually does seem to be quite a few people back off of the sideline.
We had a lovely spread this year on the food table.
There's too many people crowded over there.
Taekwon to pick up. It's a new role for him in the handler spot. He's back there with Hong Lee and Jungmin. Recent graduate from Daegu Jugong High School.
What do you think about this matchup? Tim North and Will Wickham.
They're almost a what is it, octogenarian? I think that they are. They certainly are an octogenarian combined.
Yeah, put together for sure.
83.
Oh, I don't have the stats on that.
They're available to you in Rocky registration. I'm sure we could get our charity on that for us. Jae-young with the reception. Let's get back to the game here. Hwang working hard up the line. Ooh. Matt Lind with a little bit of body on the mark. Two old bros working it between each other. Homigots running a two-handler host stack looking offense. Ooh. As Matt Lind comes up just a bit shy.
And Will Wickham cleans up the garbage. Centers to Georgina Polydor. Will Wickham looking for someone to time a cut.
He's letting something fly. Spinning. We saw our fair share of spins against the Homigots last season with Matt Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah.
We miss you, Matt.
Stay close.
Tim centered with no mark. Will. Let's say he's focusing on his offense right now.
Pulling a charity.
There's always energy for offense.
Looks like he's tightening up now.
Tim not exactly making him work hard.
He's got a few uncontested catches. Tim North's going deep.
Jae-young with the disc. They do love slinging it to their show pony, Tim North, when he goes upfield. We don't see it all the time. He's usually well in the backfield, going every other. And there's the sling.
He wasn't expecting that one, though. Ambitious toss.
I dare that guy to run me over.
It's Hisu Kim playing defense back there. As Matt Lind comes down with it in a crowd. Looks like we might have an injury here.
Oh. Make sure she's okay.
She's a young buck.
Oh. Shakes it right off. Having a conversation on the field over whether or not the player injured has to sub. I believe that's only if there's no contact, right? That yeah.
They do have to sub.
Yeah.
And there's the
slings
sling. Matt Lind, who is
looking for Isaiah Addison. With the sky.
Matt Lind has had a day today. He wrecked the Jeju Rocks in the semifinals with lots of throws like that. He's pumped up.
He looks ready to go today.
They call him Deep Kiss for a reason. I think we saw it right there. Oof. I think we'll see it again later on in 3 or 4 hours.
Yep. Well, I'm a huge guy.
Fingers crossed.
Use a regular size camera.
2-0. Hurricane.
Homigots, of course, coming in as the #1 seed after winning the championship last season. Hurricane looking to say something about that. Hurricane, I think, may have been one of the most underseeded teams in finals history. They had at least 5 universe. They had 8. Really? 8 universe losses this season. So they did lose a bunch of games, but they're all extremely close, and it looks like they've put it together well enough to squeak out those close wins. And then some.
Yeah, I think they've also benefited from really getting back to team growth over the course of a season, and that's something that used to be a big strength for Daegu. And then with the club scene taking more of a focus, the players aren't so invested with building the ROK-U teams as much.
Let's go, play tight.
The ROK-U team saw a decline in that area where the club players are still able to turn it on, but the players who aren't the rookies aren't developing, and I think they've done a much better job of that
Yeah,
this season.
for
You
sure.
can see that players like Megan Merlin there, number 7, guarding Jungmin in the backfield, who has really improved, and you're going to see the disc in her hands a lot in this game.
They also have one of their stars back, Gwen Acuna. Didn't even think to talk about that because she's such a staple on the Hurricane roster, but she has missed time this season with an ankle problem.
So we have a no contest there from Sangsu and Mack as Tim lets it fly.
And there she is, Gwen Acuna with the D.
Over to deep kiss.
1 meter.
Wickham.
Takes a safe throw to McNamara in the middle.
And there's Nick Lovedahl, Matt Lynn's best friend. And boom, with some sort of zero spin.
The no spin flick works out.
Vic, you're gonna take a picture.
Oh, slings it. McNamara. Oh! Takes a tumble. Hopefully he's okay after that one.
Okay. So that's the focus button there. So put it up your eye.
McNamara might be calling Tim.
No, he didn't,
Nice to ask.
Hit the shutter button here.
No injury. Shoots for Sangsu.
There's
Sangsu waits for it. Easy catch. And
Young Day.
oh. Homigoats get on the board. 2-1 Hurricane.
You see the nice backhand deep throw from Tim there. That is his strength. We saw the turnover on the flick, the throw before. Gets back to what gets him in the finals 2 years in a row, 2 seasons in a row.
Gotta be a little careful. Your memory of Carl will fill up really quickly. Wait, who scored there? Oh, did Homey score?
I recently rewatched some very old finals games before I was even in Korea. Tim North
Why is it not on?
on the old Homigoats. It's hard to believe how fast he was back then.
I was speaking to him today. He threw a flick for the first time when he was 30 years old.
That's incredible.
That's why I was watching him and his son Ash toss. Ash has a heck of a flick on him at 8 years old. Wish I would have been thrown at that age.
How old were you when you first threw a flick?
A completed flick?
Well, yeah. Is there any other kind?
Oh, yes. Well, I spent the majority of my first season faking flicks because my thought process was that people didn't know that I couldn't throw it.
Yeah.
I think in my second season, I was about 25 that I first threw a flick with any kind of confidence.
I think I went the same way. My flick fake was much better than my flick for a long time.
Hurricane looking to work it with their big dogs right now. Will with some over-the-head fakes. Soin, who's been a big addition for this Hurricane team. For years, they've been able to ride the George and Gwenna train.
Ooh.
Having one more experienced female that they can rely on has made a big difference. Her and Megan. So they've really got a deep 4, which in ROK-U, four females who can play is such a luxury.
Focus with video. So much of the video wouldn't be in focus. I have to manually
Junhua throws, and McNamara intercepts. Looking immediately deep, floats it up. Oh! Isaiah Addison with the bid. Unsuccessful. Looks like both of them are going to be okay. That's not a bad matchup to take if you're Hurricanes, but that was great positioning by Jung Junhua.
Yeah, Isaiah with the athletic background of strong safety, American football strong safety, certainly an athlete. You can see by his mark, though, that still got some things to learn on the Frisbee field. J-Baby marking Taekwon. Very active on the mark. Ooh. Can hear the slap on that disc from Isaiah. Homigoats kind of stalled up here. They've had to move it back and forth with the handlers a few times. We've thrown into a few poaches here tonight, and there goes the big throw.
Wickham in position. Easy D. McNamara picks it up. Looking again. Whoa!
Double whiff. Looks like the D had that go right under their hand. Threw Isaiah's concentration off, and he's unable to bring it in. Matt Lind aiding his team from the sideline with great defensive help. There is a rip.
Oh, Wickham with authority. Knocks that one down. McNamara, lots of time. Oh.
Celine sees it goes right through her hands. It's okay. The Homey Goats have yet to show on this point that they're able to move the disc. They don't have some of their more experienced throwers on. Hurricane's been taking advantage of some bracket play here with Wickham and Michael, and George poaching in the middle of the field. She really knows when she has an advantage on a mark how to really make the most of it.
Yeah. Oof. Jason Gallegos, very active on his handler defense. He's looking engaged as well.
Show sends it over the top, back to Taekwon, and Michael.
McNamara with another D.
Inspired defense from Michael, a sentence you don't get to say too often.
And Hurricane calls the first time out of the game.
Let's go, Canes!
2-1. We are 18 minutes in, just shy. We've got a game to 13.
Yep.
I think we're going to be happy to see double digits.
Yeah, at this rate, yeah. Hurricane looks like they just want to talk things over a little bit. Their defense looks pretty good right now. Homey Goats have not been able to solve their bracket, but need to start making some catches.
Yeah, they've been a little gung-ho with throws here. They've missed some mismatches that they've had in favor of the deep shots, with 2 misses to Isaiah so far. Throws he could have caught, but when you have a lead early in the game like this, you can take care of the disc and make that bigger lead. As I think we have Charlie B and Michael Scott Newton doing the Macarena, or doing some sort of mess.
Yeah, some sort of mirror dance.
Clock starting!
Charles, if ROK-U had a Best Dressed and Best Dance Moves award, I think Charles would be a strong entrant for each. Strong nomination.
Yeah, he does know how to break it down on the floor. I think you may want to also throw in a certain management couple into that mix as well.
Oh, yeah.
George and I aren't dating.
Banning you drunk on the dance floor. One of the greatest sights you've ever seen.
You heard it here, folks.
That's the only time he takes me seriously.
All right, back to scorekeeping, Charity.
Thanks.
Wickham with the disc on the sideline sends a gift to the Homey Goats.
Yeah, try something there.
Junha doing some sort of dance in the back with Taekwon. They've got 2-on-1.
Oh, McNamara playing defense on 2 people here.
And the one wins. Isaiah about 60 meters.
Way deep.
He really sprinted down there.
Oh. And they give it right back. And nope.
Surely someone wants to score. J-Babes does. He tries to run up the field with the disc.
Wickham
that's one
sends
way.
a moonshot. Going to trail out of bounds.
Yeah, that throw was the shape of the moon, a beautiful crescent.
We do have a nice crescent moon out tonight.
Both of which were not in the field of play. The throw nor the moon.
Real deep.
All right.
All right.
Junhua with the disc again. They're
McNamara on the mark. Looking to take it back again.
nice swing there.
Centers. Oh! And Isaiah Addison pokes it away. Hurricane will have a very close shot to the end zone from here. Jason Gallegos to pick up. Walks it back to the correct line this time.
Nothing like an ISO Mac call. There's the ball.
There he is. Soft little spike. Taking good care of the disc on that one.
Yeah, they're pumped up. They're excited to be here, and that's good to see. Tim North, he's been here plenty of times. He knows ROK-U Finals is a long game.
He's been here, done that. Giving some tips here in some hybrid English and Korean. Tim North, very respected on his team. Captain for a number of seasons now.
Yeah, these legs that are now on the line for the Homey Goats have had a bit of a rest. Hurricane, Michael's still out there, Isaiah's still out there. They may not have the same level of gas to play D here. This looks like a completely fresh line for the Homey Goats, except for Jungmin, who's on her second point, and Ga Young as well. They both played the last point. Youngmi is out there. So this is a very strong lady line for the Homey Goats, which I think they should look to take advantage of with George off the field. George and Sully not playing now. Though, as we mentioned before, Merlene no slouch. Merle, they call her.
Let's go, Kate!
She's even beating Gwenna down the field.
Trailing a little bit. Just out of bounds.
There she goes. First one down the field. It's championship time. Run down the poles.
Tim North still using the old brick signal.
It's a classic.
I mean, it does get the point across. No harm in it.
Okay, 가! 여기로.
Gwenna looks like sitting way under everybody. She's going to play under defense on Sangsu. Gets it anyway.
So where is
Centers for the kid, young buck.
looks like the match for that is for Gwenna's poach is Isaiah sitting in the deep space. Not a bad idea having a free safety back there. There's Tim slanging. Isaiah's in the area, but the Mogi makes his first bite.
Tim Sugmoke with the goal and the kick spike. Homey Goats are pumped up as well.
Yeah, Mogi was instrumental in the Homey Goats Championship last season. The highlight video, he's all over the place.
Very exciting player.
The hammers that he throws are a thing to behold, and I hope that we're able to see at least 3 of them in this game. 0 so far. We'll be sure to keep you updated on the count. All right, Wickham is back on. Michael stays on. I think right now Hurricane would do well to go through Matt Lind. They're going to have the matchups. Homey Goats' best players on Michael and Will. They're known big dogs, if you will. Where Matt Lind, who's playing great, is going to be having that third matchup
Wholesale's
right now.
way out of bounds.
And the crowd lets him know it. Looks like an average score of about 2.5 there with the scorecards.
Oh, brutal.
Reed throwing up the sex number, 69. That's good.
That's the funny number. You see who pulled that, Tom?
I did not. I would guess Tim North.
That would be my thought as well, but usually they're a little more accurate than that.
Hurricane.
Matt Lynn shooting.
Shooting for his best friend.
And best friend misreads it. Takes about 10 hard steps in under the disc.
All right. Homey goes with a chance to tie it here. Be very exciting for all of us. So I could have been wrong about Matt Lind. Sounds like we gave him the old commentator's curse the commentator. Yeah, I said it twice. I know.
Just making sure you knew.
Tim North picks up immediately. Turfs it.
Looked like a bit of contact there on the throw, I thought.
Looked to me like a follow-through contact, but I mean, Tim North, he's an encyclopedia for the rules.
Yeah, those often get called, those follow-through fouls. George
McNamara.
to Michael to Saeed. Oh, Hurricane.
Oh, Hurricane goes up too.
We may see double digits after all.
Yeah, they're finally starting to pick it up.
All right. Ooh. Singe with the new cleats, those Under Armour cleats, the gold and red. Looks like those are...
You think she bought those gold cleats after finishing first last season?
I'm wondering where that dentist donation money went. A recent operation after some unfortunate contact with some plastic to the mouth. And the Daegu folks always come through. Last season with Matt Mooberry losing a couple of teeth. We run a little charity.
That was a beautiful moment.
Yeah, take care of your own. So,
Crowd asking for butts right now. Not sure if we'll actually see that.
Yeah, throws a turnover, and now Deep Kiss is back on the sideline here with us. We're happy to have him.
Wickham with the backhand pull. Does exactly the same thing as Tim North.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Crowd is letting him know it. I was going to say, usually he throws up the disc golf flick for the pull.
And every one of the crowd chanting that has had their heckle card removed for lack of originality.
Not a heckler.
There you go.
Ooh. It's in the middle of Sangsu. Sangsu shoots immediately deep.
There's the Mogi. He's got him beat.
And, oh! Toasts Isaiah Addison deep.
It looks like he was out.
Oh, he's out of bounds. Oh, well out of bounds, looks like, yeah.
That wasn't his guy.
McNamara picking up. Ooh. So
Look at the
there.
confidence on that flick. And that's another bit of growth that we mentioned earlier from Hurricane. Isaiah, in the last couple of tournaments, Summer Showdown and 6 on the Beach, he's been hesitant to throw a flick. He's a new player. He doesn't have it yet. So that was very nice to see. As Hurricane is now on the doorstep.
Finds Jason Gallegos.
Merle calling for the disc. On the break side, J-Babe's unable to get it to her. Now they're back working it with the old core.
This core has built a lot of chemistry over the years. Wickham finds Isaiah for the score. From coast to coast. 5-2 Hurricane.
This is Tim's birthday point, May 2nd.
Hurricane, of course, was down by 3 last year as well. And we all know how that ended.
Ended with a hammer from Tim. Coming in for Changmin on the injury.
Yep.
To
Sangsu. We did see that connection earlier this point. Sangsu just put it a little too far for on the continuation throw.
Some drink delivery boys coming across the field, making sure not to spill a drop. That's just quality work.
It's not even a drink. It's a pretzel.
Well, no spills is what's important.
Yeah. Not a drop of pretzel spilled.
All right, the hands up from Junhwa.
There we go. There's the flick pull that I've seen before.
Junhwa up to Taekwon. Back to Junhwa. Swings it over to Youngmi. Youngmi, who's continued to improve. I think she's got. You know, Tim says he was 30. She must have been a decade older when she threw her first flick, and now she can throw it quite well.
Oh, Wickham in the area. Oh, wow. Great plays all around. Wickham to pick up.
I think one thing we're seeing a big difference here from the teams is that Hurricane's sideline is very, very active. And that's often the case with the team that's winning. They're pumped up. It's easier to stay engaged with the game. While the Homigoats, so it's a little quiet over here. The team needs some help.
Keep it up!
Hurricane does seem pretty hungry right now.
Get close, Will. Will, get close. Will, get close. Will. And back.
Looks like a lot of Hurricane's reset cuts are working really well. They're not necessarily easy. They're just running hard and running them well right now.
Gallegos with that little punch flick.
Ooh,
Will almost.
Wickham gets up but can't come down with it.
J-Babes has such a small windup on some of those throws.
They do surprise you sometimes. I know they surprise me.
Youngbae over the middle, up to Taekwon. Homigoats had a double practice weekend last week to prepare for this. So I think we can expect their game
some
to...
very quick movement right here. Is it up? Wickham in the area again.
Junhwa just sails that one. Had his man, needed to put it to the center of the field. Instead, it hangs, and Hurricane has a chance to extend their lead.
Say under, then deep.
What we're seeing here from Hurricane is really just a lack of fear. They know they can move the disc when they want to. They don't feel like they've had a turnover that's been forced, that they've all their turnovers like that were unforced.
Yeah.
Whereas they are earning the Ds on the other end.
They are very much earning those Ds. Per game.
Wickham asking for a timeout count. They're at half of their allotted number already, as we are half of the way through the game. 5-2.
Come back!
Hurricane.
Half of the way time-wise, not score-wise.
Oh, we'll see if we get there score-wise.
Homigoats really living on that sideline. They're asking a lot of their cutters to be able to work in that small
Very
space.
difficult catch.
Get close, guys, get close!
Here it comes. Wickham launches it with Isaiah already about
Sky
40
ball.
feet.
Oh. Ooh. Looks like Cyan's okay, though. Isaiah is getting up, too. All right.
Both teams, again, ready for this point to be over. But the hardest part about that is maintaining discipline on offense especially.
Yeah. There's been a distinct lack of discipline on this point, Tom.
It's like my classroom.
Keep an undisciplined classroom.
Oh, I'm a total pushover. I'll tell you one.
I rule my classroom with an iron fist.
Me too.
I rule with one rule. I won't be cleaning up peer poop. As long as they ask if they can go to the bathroom, they can go. Wickham
Whoa.
throws.
Line drive hammer. Oh, looks like a foul call. Might have affected his ability to catch it after the bobble.
It looks like he had it in his hand and then it got knocked out of his hand.
I think that was a sledgehammer. That thing was never more than 6 feet off the ground. J-Babes up to the rookie for the goal.
6-2 Hurricane.
That's Caitlin Connolly, Hurricane's rookie with the goal. That's always nice to see. Hurricane doing a good job of spreading the disc. Not as good a job as the Jeju Rocks did this season.
Jeju Rocks, of course, winners of the spread factor as the team that had the most even distribution of goals and assists amongst their players. And also the winners of the Team Spirit Award. I don't know. Do you think that's ever been done before, Tom?
Well,
The spread factor's only been around for like 4 or 5 years.
what really matters is that we were unable to bring in the trifecta. We had our eyes set on bringing home all three. The championship, as well as the two that you mentioned.
I mean, when your whole team shows up, Rocks has got an extremely good top 7.
Yeah, we were a little shorthanded today.
Pretty deep team beyond that as well, but I was terrified of playing your top 7.
All right, Tim North back on the field. He's feeling pretty fortunate to have not played both of these long points, though I'm sure he hopes that his team, the Goats, was on the other side of the goals that were scored on both of those.
Homigots also with the benefit of getting a bye through the first round. So this is actually only their 3rd game of the day, whereas Hurricane's going to be fighting through their 4th.
Homigots are moving it well right now. I've seen a bit of a slowdown here in the offense of their first 4 throws. Mogi needs to find Mia on the other side. She's unmarked. Hurricane running a poachy defense. Tim North is going to find Guy Young in the end zone. And there she goes. For the goal.
That's classic Tim North. Really working it, going almost every other for that point. That was a good piece of disc movement from the captain.
Okay, 6-3. Homigots not out of this game by any measure.
Looks like Hurricane is loading up a line to take half.
That's the line to do it. That's their best one they've got, I think. No disrespect, J-Babes.
I suffer greatly from that.
Yep.
Fucking Tom over here.
Okay. Hey, look at the Homigots. This is what we like to see. Now
Looks like we have
some
a pull
energy.
inbounds.
The sideline is now engaged. Look at this. The first throw was relatively stopped. The defense is set. Now they're geared up. Homigots know now is the time to make a big play. 4-6 is such a different game than 7-3.
Matt Lynn taking off. Wickham with the hammer. Matt Lynn one-handed. Casual.
That is not the way I would have caught that
casual as could
boy.
be. And Hurricane takes half 7-3.
A decision was made by Will Wickham there, and Matt Lind bails him out. The Sunmilk was doing everything he can to catch up there. I think the Homigoats may have had a bit of a miscommunication defensively as the deep kiss.
Yeah, he took off. He was burning on that cut. It's always interesting to see what the fans do during halftime. Last year we had a few hooligans take the game disc away. Hopefully we don't see a repeat of that.
There's some enthusiastic cheerleaders there, happy about the commentator's booth. They are holding up the funniest number.
Hard to tell from here, but it looks like Rihanna could be solidly into her plateau right now.
It's a good place to be. We're hoping she doesn't go to the second place a little later, which is the throne in SEMA Bar. SEMA Bar, the host of the ROK-U Finals for 4 consecutive seasons. Very excited to see Alan tonight. Want to see how that beard growth's going. He's got a big beard.
Who?
The owner of SEMA Bar. His name is Alan. You should get out more.
Think it rivals the best beards in ROK-U?
Well, Big Steel's got a thing going on for Christmas. He's trying to do a few Santa Claus trips around the island. Of course, Oliver Vodler with that bristly mess of an entanglement under his chin. You stick your hand in that, it ain't coming out.
Yeah, it is thick.
We're gonna pause. We're gonna wait.
Okay. You got 3 minutes.
This. That's not. I thought that was moving.
Well, they're good beards in ROK-U. I think
Stop recording.
those are clearly the top 2 or 3.
Yeah, there are a few good ones, but
This is halftime.
I'd say, I'd go with Steele and Oliver for 1-2. Take your pick.
This is 4 to 5 minutes.
Does music could get into that category with back hair?
2 and a
If
half.
you want to count that as a beard.
Is it still recording?
I mean, I'm thinking totally about facial hair. I like to block that out.
You know who has really good facial hair? Even though it's not long, it's very well groomed and nice. Cody Ressel from APOC and Prem Kumar Vincent from Tsunami.
Prim, impossible to take an unflattering photo of.
Uh-huh.
He's very photogenic.
We recently went through to update our club team Boom's photo album. You just get some, it's been a couple of years since we've updated it, and you're scrolling through, and it's Prim. The guy's got a burrito halfway down his gullet, and he still looks like a GQ model. It is just unfair to the rest of us. I'm lucky if I'm caught on camera without my finger up my nose. Anyways, Hurricane taking their time. No reason not to. Taking all of their...
1.5.
1.
Hurricane looking to take the full 5 minutes for half.
Homigoats chomping at the bit to get back in this one. Surprised to see Tim not out there. I was speaking to him earlier today, as I mentioned, and he's complaining of a bit of leg pain. These fields are very nice, but they're a bit hard.
They are a little hard.
Not
The
worst.
Grass cleats, like firm ground grass cleats, still work very well on this turf. It does take a toll if you're running a lot, though.
He's a high usage player, you might say.
He can be a very, very high usage player. Very effective in that usage, but the miles do add up.
Okay, so for the Homigoats on the line, from left to right, in our view at least, we have Sunmok and Sangsu, Junha. Is that Sungye? I'm not sure.
It's not.
Maybe that's Gayoung there, pardon me, and Jungmin, Youngmi, and Hwang. For Hurricane, Jason Gallegos, Michael McNamara, Will Wickham, Megan Merlin, Gwen Acuna, Matt Lin, and Boom Lee, the rookie.
Oh, say that 10 times fast.
Nothing easy. Stay tight, stay tight. He's looking up line. Oh!
Oh. Homigoats look like they're getting into their system right now. Nice clearing and filling right here.
And that's their system. Ooh, Gwenha!
That did not look like a system throw.
Gwenha with the Tiger Woods fist pump. She knows she's made a huge play there. Ooh, gets it right back. There you go, Mogi.
Hong Lee with the disc now. Wearing some Sugar Point shorts. That's a nice little addition right here. Pick called.
Somewhere downfield. Yeah. Sugar Point, of course, one of the old school ROK-U club teams. One of the old powerhouses that was constantly in the finals of our domestic tournaments. Retired maybe in 2013 or 14. I think they were last seen in a Nationals finals appearance, a loss to Sajahu in the year 2015.
That is correct.
14. 15.
15.
15.
That was, of course, my first season playing in Korea. McNamara with the D, but looks like Sangsu wasn't even trying. Must have stopped for something.
I think there was a call ahead of that throw. Depending on what they're talking about, not sure what the ruling here is.
Looks like it's going back, despite Tim North. Great spirit to use advanced rules knowledge, even if it hurts your own team.
I believe that's right. The call is made downfield, the throw goes up anyways, and is not caught. That is a turnover. Good on Tim North and the Homigoats. In a losing situation, down 4 points, it would be very tempting to let that go in your favor. And something's coming from Will to
Wickham
Michael.
wants it all, sends it up. McNamara in the area, can't run that down. That's another bullet that goes way out of bounds.
Suwon would have caught that.
60, I think.
Let's go, play smart.
As the cheers for number 20, Matt Lind, rise. Enough of the old guard. Let's get the deep kiss involved.
I'm not recording anymore.
I like the deep kiss reference.
And back to the action. Here we go.
Young Mies with the disc in the corner. That's a tough spot to be.
That's very tough.
Our cutters aren't giving her much.
Matt Lind in the area. Jason and Matt Lind looking really engaged right now. Jason Gallegos falling all the way around.
Love that as a mark on a handler when you know that they're fully committed to throwing that reset and just chasing it.
Yeah, that does confuse a whole lot of people. Oh, Wickham. Gotta be careful around those legs. Matt Lind set in the mark. Jason Gallegos gets beat upline to the break side.
Junah lets it fly to Sangsu. Michael chases. Not quite in the end zone yet. Sangsu needs to take his time here. And there's Jungmin with the goal. Way to run it down. Homigoats have the numbers there. Looks like a 3-on-2 situation. And even Chom Chi's mismatched arm sleeves couldn't stop that one.
Homigoats brings it back to a 3-goal deficit.
All right. No give up in this Homigots team.
Megan Merlin watched it walking by, saying she thought it was already in on the catch. It seems that maybe these white lines in the middle of the field might be confusing a few players from time to time.
Yeah, we spend the day going perpendicular with the lines in our favor as the sidelines. And yeah, they do throw you off. Even though this field is lined vertically for them, it's a little tough. Anyways, the line here for the Homigots from right to left. That's Jeong, Seunghae, Hyo, Taekwon, Gayoung, Tim North, and Sangha. For the Daegu Hurricane, Georgina, Sain, Matt Lind, Isaiah, Jason Gallegos, Will Wickham doing some line coaching, and that's Ashley. Caitlin Connolly, the rookie, who will certainly be in the end zone again later this game. So that I remember her name.
Tim North with a big IO put. We'll see if it comes back. No, it sits.
A bit of a gift there from Tim North early for Christmas. The Hurricane is going to have that.
Almost at the reverse brick mark on the sideline, of course.
Which that might be strategically because Wickham can only throw it 50 yards and further. Anything shorter than that, and he's really at a disadvantage. J-Babes working hard in the backfield. Wickham finds him, making me eat some words. Looks like Homigots doesn't quite have the force set.
Yeah, switching it back and forth and all over the place. Hurricane doing a good job to stay chilly, though.
Bit of stability here in the backfield. George, never in a hurry. Ooh, J-Babes.
Spin fake into Flick.
The hat stays on his head, though. Too many more of those, and we're going to see a change. Taekwon letting
Takes
a
a
ripper
shot.
go.
Whoa. That was an interesting play from Matt Lind, to say the least. I don't know if he just didn't see him there or was looking over his shoulder at the disc.
I think I heard him say that he thought Tim was going to go up and make a play for it.
Okay.
He thought that Tim was loading up a jump and that he was going to meet him at the top.
I guess just surprised him mid-jump.
Looks like we have an injury call from the Hurricane as well. On the other side, I think that's Jason Gallegos has gone off.
Looks like some sort of...
George!
McNamara running all the way in.
It's a hell of an in cut. Sain, she's been everywhere so far. Caitlin with a nice cut.
It's a McNamara and Wickham show right now. Finds Isaiah in the middle.
Ooh, Matt Lind.
Tim North with a
aggressive.
tip. Doesn't matter. Wickham comes down with it, not in. Easy pass to Isaiah.
The early walk-off there from Matt Lind does not go punished. As Hurricane moves up again, the deficit is 4. The brakes are falling the way of black so far this game.
The brakes.
The brakes.
The brakes are falling.
You could say the bleeps, the creeps, and the sweeps. I think we hear on the,
Is that a
the
tuba?
opposite sideline, I think we hear the losing theme of The Price is Right over there. Bum, 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 bum. Anyways. That does seem to be a tuba. I would be thrilled if someone brought the largest brass instrument into our lives here today. Someone from the Mighty Ducks are being informed.
You ever play any band instruments, Tom?
Clarinet
You were clarinet?
in the 5th grade and also
What?
and the piano.
I was a trumpet player.
Oh, so was I.
Really?
Ah, there it is.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we
That's
go.
Matt. Yeah.
Tim North to field the pole. Centers to Junhua. Junhua back to Tim North. Tim North lets it go.
The Mogi Zay's there. Mogi.
With the catch.
He just ruined his showers for the next week with that catch.
What a play.
The knees on this turf. Oh, he's going to be digging out the little pellets all night. Good thing he doesn't come to the party because he's only 19 years old.
That was an exciting play. I'd like to see more of that from Homey Goats.
And just like that, we're back within 3. Lots of time left for the Homey Goats.
9 minutes left until soft cap.
Thank you, Charity.
You're welcome. That's what the scorekeeper is for.
So in this game, Soft Cat will go on, finish the current point, and the score cap will be the higher score plus 1. So you do need to score to win this game.
And that's a bit of a change from seasons past on how the finals format was dictated, where I believe there was some sort of leeway given to the captains to decide based on what their roster were looking like for the day. There was nothing set in stone, which I think is pretty par for the course in ROK-U. Sort of let things slide by the seat of their pants if you're wearing any. And there goes Will for a run. I believe we're going to see a toss here. We saw one.
Wickham. Sangsu and McNamara. 2 big guys. Oh, Sangsu on the second effort.
Just out of his reach. He was sniffing that one. Sangsu, I believe I saw a recent Facebook status from him talking about how his body is not feeling great these days. Another one of these Homey Goats players with lots of miles on it, but it's great to see him still able to lay it on the line like that. Amateur sports. That's what it's all about. Matt Lind. Another knee ruiner. There's Jungmin working over the middle. The Homey Goats.
Lots of time.
I think at this
Break
point,
throw to the Mogi. Mogi throws it deep. Sangsu in the area again. Comes down with it.
might be being called out by
looks like he was just out of bounds, though.
I think the Homey Goats would really do well here to work through their young players. At this point of a long game, 4th of the day, they have the legs to keep it going.
I mean, only the 3rd game for the Homey Goats, but point still stands. Your young guns are playing pretty well. I'd like to see more of them. McNamara sends it up again. Aisle flick to backhand to Metland.
Mogi misreads it.
Oh, Mogi. Just a bit too early.
Casual Matt Lind on the end zone line. There's no rush.
Looks like a pick called. May actually work to Hurricane's benefit as they have a chance to catch their breath and set up a play of some sort. McNamara will call a timeout.
That's
Hurricane's second timeout of the...
Somewhere Oliver is cheering for the patented McNamara end zone timeout.
Hopefully for Daegu it works out better than the last timeout where they immediately threw a turnover.
I think this would be a bit of a backbreaker for the Homey Goats if they weren't able to get the D here. 4-point deficit with, what are we looking at, timekeeper? 7 minutes remaining?
6.
And certainly less after the timeout is finished. 4 points is hard to erase.
Well,
but not impossible with a score-to-win format.
It will be the same amount of time after the timeout is finished because the clock stops for timeout. That's the
Well, they might
very
take a long
nature
timeout.
of a timeout.
ROK-U, of course, known for a nice bit of loitering time after every clock start.
And certainly the scorekeeper will adhere to the rules and start the clock as it should.
Clock started!
On cue.
And yep, there's the teams still yet to do a cheer-in.
And I know you aren't questioning my scorekeeping skills.
I would never do that.
Defensive skills. That's a different story.
So a completely different horse of a completely different color. What defensive skills?
All right, Michael to pick up with Songso on the mark. Tim North looks to be in some sort of, or Will Wickham in the ISO, or some sort of positioning.
Two cuts the same area.
And there's the turn.
There it is. There's the turn out of the timeout.
That's the argument that's always made. Those timeouts on the end zone don't help you. As much as they allow you to draw up a play, the defense gets to set up as well. There's Jungmin with the disc, up to Mia. Youngmi finds Sangsu. Songmok is open over the middle, but Homigots are really crowding the sideline. They need to get it back to the center of the field. Youngmi up the line. Songmok does what he's told and sends it to his teacher.
Yeah.
As he should.
Homigots much more active on the sideline right now. They are really into this game now. But is it too little, too late? We'll see.
They've got Sewing in that post position over the middle. Homigots.
Tim North snatches it away. Isaiah took a bit of a tumble, but looks like he's okay.
Homigots need to keep walking it.
Hammer to Sungmo. Matt Lin knocks it away.
He's swagging. He's swagging. The guy, there's a little bit of pep in that step. Matt Lind.
One of the few players who's still in shorts right now. Or two of the few players who are still in shorts right now, matching up against each other.
I'm glad you bring that up, Ben. It's time for a rant. Tights are not pants. End of rant.
Who is wearing tights as pants?
Oh, everyone.
Oh, I wasn't trying to call tights pants there. Although it may have sounded like it. I was just saying they're...
Matlin steps into a ripper. That ain't coming in bounds.
Well, a few people on this field wearing nothing but shorts and whatever's under them that's shorter than leggings.
Get push a little bit. Under, still under, but a little bit in the middle. So you can come off of her a little bit. Yeah.
Hurricane's still having some valuable coaching from the sideline.
Gwenna helping with positioning. Okay, looks like it's coming up further than anybody, or farther than anybody anticipated, though.
Some of the sideline is having a heck of a time. I think I'm in for a heck of an evening. The plateau only goes so far. Ooh, some zip from Jungmin to our classmate who sends it to Tim.
Tim North with the vintage deep cut.
Homey go. 6-8. We got a game, but Merle is back on the field. The hat is gone. I hate to say, no, I don't hate to say it. I told you so.
Gwenna and Megan Merlin originally intended to have a couple's jersey. One had honey and the other had points. Decided to instead to just use last season's jerseys.
Let's go, Canes!
That's a pretty limited bit of knowledge there. Though I am a fan of any sort of jersey coordination between multiple players. Yedam's Charity and Charity's Yedam, I believe, were...
And one time it was Yeriti and Chadam.
Yep.
Good times.
Another person who could easily donate a jersey to Owen. Yedam.
Yeah. About the same size.
Yeah, he's got about a year before he outgrows it.
Is that Dan Sansom just walking casually through the end zone?
It looks like he's about ready to play a game of slap the bag, if I'm not mistaken.
On the field.
All right, J-Baby on the sideline. The little disc spin doesn't help him. If he had a hat on, it'd be coming off. Giving the Homigots a chance, they're knocking on the door on the precipice, as it has been called before. Out. Tim North, guarded by Nick Lovedahl, MLB, Matt Lynn's best friend. Don't mind the F. Look for Tim to go with an around backhand here on the inexperienced Mark.
Looks like he's doing some teaching in that stance as well.
It's like
in and out of the hands.
All right, Jaeyoung, you've got some work to do to get that disc back after the drop.
Unders.
A lot of bodies in one area. Sunmok giving the body into Will Wickham. I hate to tell him that is not a battle he's ready to win. Will has him by several kilos. Merle with a foul call. The throw over the middle. There. Merle with the confident foul call and hand signal. That's what I like to see. Uncontested by Songhua. I think that's a fair call. I did see a good amount of bump there.
It's a bit of contact there.
Ooh, this is a call that came in at our last boom practice last weekend. It has to be tapped in by the defenses. That was very scary there. Michael sends it.
Like
Chamchi.
The fact that Gwenna didn't lay out for that means it must have been just way too far. She will bid for just about anything.
All right. Again, Tim North guarded by Lovedahl. Lovedahl looks to be getting some coaching there from the sideline on how to not give up that backhand break. That is Tim's favorite throw as he takes back those veteran steps he was taking to get back on the end line. Michael playing containment defense, as he likes to call it. Others have different names for it.
As a round backhand's very difficult to stop. He has a very late release, so it's difficult to shuffle over quickly without fouling him.
And such a long frame and a big frame as he sends it to Gayoung. Gwenna and Merle in the area. They both miss it. Gayoung comes up. The charity sky.
That may be the play that Homigots needs. It's 8-7 now. We have a game on our hands.
We have a game.
It's a game to 9.
Game to 9. Let him know.
Game to 9.
Mac.
Game to 9.
As the time cat has gone off, the next team to reach, the first team to reach 9 points will be the winner.
Nice.
Chamchi being called back on, ready for a big splash here. Kunha. It's not. There are no allegiances here at the commentary.
Absolutely not.
So we have the defending champs versus Big Bad Hurricane, bullies of the league, as they were once known.
Pohang and Daegu, of course, the two original cities that the club team Boom pulled from.
That's true.
Now changed to mostly Daegu, still mostly Daegu, right? And
mostly, but the net has spread.
Right, and moved out to surrounding regions, and now a couple Jeju people.
Yeah, via moves, player additions, which are just natural to the Asian Ultimate scene. But anyways, enough of this club chatter. We have a ROK-U finals to attend to as Gwen Acuna
and Hurricane has a chance to take the championship right here.
Michael looking off Isaiah in the open space. I think that may be for a bit of a more experienced thrower in Wickham. Isaiah at this point is likely to catch the disc in the end zone. It's Guetta with a big travel off of that catch, but boy, was it flashy.
It was very flashy. One of the most exciting players in the league, for sure.
She took a bit of a stroll there after coming down with it, though.
Yeah, I'm glad that didn't affect anything. Looks like she dumped it off as opposed to giving herself some power position.
Calling the disc. George with the bailout. Chom says, Mom, I need you. And Mommy's always there. Let George throw this assist.
Buena. And it's in.
Mom to Chom.
Yeah! Hurricane has won their championship.
That means J.J. Rock's in second place. Anyways, congratulations, Hurricane. Great fight, Homey Goats. In a game that looked like it could have gotten away from them, they found a way to make it respectable. Hurricane certainly was feeling a little shaky in their boots there with that run at the end.
A couple great plays right near the end. McNamara looks like he left it all out on the field. Homey Goats, looks like no hard feelings. They fought hard. They have their own championship as well.
Once you get your name on that trophy, it's good enough for me.
Okay. And that's a wrap on the fall 2018 ROK-U season. For all of us here at ROK-U, I'm Ben Tanaka.
Thomas Kapranica.
And I'm Charity Loftus.
Saying goodbye. See you next season.